Hello, my name is Jason Loughary.
And I'm Mark Toti.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Got 100 broadcasts.
100, baby.
Of the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
All right.
How about that?
We are fired up. By the way, want to introduce you to my brother Tom, the guy who wrote the theme song for the Parkland Podcast. Brother, it's good to have you with us. Grab that microphone.
Hey, everybody.
I see Navy Marine thing.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
On Memorial Day weekend. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us. This is episode 100. Hard to believe that we've done this 100 times. We've had, I think, 4 elections we've covered. We've done 20 football games. It's been a lot, but here is how it all started. Here's the original open, Mark. Hello, my name is Jason Loughary.
And I'm Mark Toti.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
Very excited to be a part of this, Jason. Thank you for asking.
Hey, no problem. We're going to get into exactly how this all came about, how you got asked. I think something happened with another job or something, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. We're also going to talk to Kevin Engler. He's the St. Francis County Clerk. Big election year happening locally. We'll get a wrap on Farmington Country Days and talk about all the fun stuff that you enjoyed when you listened to us on the radio. So welcome to the Parkland Podcast. There you go. That's how it all started. We looked a little blurrier back then, didn't we?
Well, you know, that was a long time ago. That was years ago.
That was literally, I guess, almost 2 years ago.
That was pre-Parkland Podcast theme song.
It was, because there was just like the big pause there, and then we went on with it. But we got our theme song. We have our theme song creator. Tom, how did this come to you? Did your brother ask, or did you decide, you know what, this podcast needs a theme song?
No, I was listening to it, and it's like, it needs something, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what kind of music you had, and it's like, so I'm always tinkering around on the guitar, and like, what can we do? And like, it just kind of came to me. It's pretty simple, a little rock and roll kind of riff, and pretty simple, but it just kind of came and basic, but I think it's fun. It's about 30 seconds, so it's probably perfect for an intro. So I send it to Mark, and he's like, oh, yeah, I like it. And he said, you liked it, and then your one son really liked it.
Yeah.
So.
I think his exact words were, it pops.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what Jonas said about it.
that's fine. I'm glad you liked it.
Now, you brought a couple of guitars with you today. That's just,
I did.
Is that a regular old 6-string?
Yeah, this is my original 6-string that I got in, 1976. I had just gotten out of boot camp. I was in the Marine Corps and went in January to my first assignment in 29 Palms. And so I bought a guitar as soon as I got out there. So I got it like January or February. Wow. So I've had this one, 55 years or so. And my wonderful wife got it refretted for me on one of our anniversaries. I played it so much, the frets were all worn down, and the new frets have really held up over the years. So,
But that's not the only guitar you brought.
no, and I brought this other one. It is.
That's his lovely wife Karen's arm that you just saw there.
Karen's arm.
So this is called the Tin Pan Alley Resonator guitar, and it is like a cigar box guitar, except the box is not actually a cigar box, because they make guitars like this out of cigar boxes. So, but I wanted this one because it gave a little more tinny sound. So.
So what song was that?
That was just something I made up. I'm always making up songs, so I could play some originals, but I don't know if you get in trouble or some other songs.
Right.
But you might get in trouble with copyright laws if I play them on the show. So,
Yeah, those
so
copyrights
I just
will get
thought
you.
I'll just pick out a couple originals. Or
Yeah.
something.
So you don't play just the guitar, though, do you? You play other.
No, I can play the guitars, this thing. I got a dulcimer, I've got a mandolin, I've got several ukuleles, a banjo-lele, which is a little banjo, but it's tuned like a ukulele. I got basses, electric guitars. I don't know. Jason, I think's got a picture maybe of all the stringed instruments in my house are like I
grab
got
that real
24 of them in the house, but one is technically my daughter's. So
And then you play the drums too?
we got drum sets, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I play them.
Wouldn't say you
My
play-
wife used to play them in church.
Really?
In the church band.
Oh, wow.
Now you also do you fiddle around with keyboards at all?
I have in the past. We used to have a
Yeah.
piano. I do have a keyboard, electronic keyboard, and I can still pick out chords and all that. But usually I just do the stringed instruments at home. I always keep a guitar or this resonator guitar out, just sitting on the couch in the family room, and I pick it up or something. We're watching the show and commercials come on. I'll pick it up and strum for a couple minutes and do stuff. And
Then when the commercial's over, set
set it back down and watch your show. No, but yeah, I've been involved in music since I was like 14, so and been playing in church bands pretty much since before we were married. So almost 50 years. Been playing in church bands. Currently, I pretty much played a bass the last few years in our church band.
I just texted. Jason's filling time here because he forgot to download the pictures.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I sent you a text.
I probably shouldn't have said anything.
No, that's good. And I got some of your drawings too that we're going to pop up here in a second too.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
talk about
Mark
your
said
artwork.
he was going to send some of those, and I thought, you didn't have to do that.
Karen took care of that for me, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was Mark like as a kid? Everybody wants to,
I was
know. Well, I want your brother's perspective, though.
I remember us, getting along in high
Yeah.
school. I remember once we got into it about something. He had a little bit of a hothead in high school. I
did.
remember Navy calmed him down, I think.
Well, we all kind of did our own separate things. There's
Yeah.
four of
Right.
us.
Yeah.
Tom was playing music. Dave and Mike were into sports, and I was just somewhere in
Yeah,
the middle.
you were more. I was never sports. I got into music. That was my thing. The only sport I was good at was snow skiing. So
Well, you ran track.
yeah,
when you
but
were
I
like
wasn't
seventh,
good.
eighth grade.
Yeah, but
Now, my favorite story, though, is one day when we were living in Fenton, you grabbed a speaker and your electric guitar and you went out on the back patio and you started playing, and everybody was giving me credit for it. They're
Oh.
like, man, I didn't know Mark could play the guitar that way.
Nice.
And I'm like, no, that wasn't
well,
me.
there you go.
that wasn't me. That was Brother Tom. So,
Did you guys move around a lot, or were you?
Yes.
let's see, St. Louis, Columbus, Ohio, back to St. Louis, to Seattle, Washington, to Boston, Massachusetts, and back
and
to
finally
St. Louis.
back home. Yeah,
Yeah.
St. Louis, but Fenton.
What was the longest you stayed in one place?
Probably Fenton.
Fenton, yeah.
Yeah.
I think my dad, when the last moved back, he said, "That's it. I'm not moving anymore."
Yeah, I don't know if you
And-
remember, he had a chance to go to Detroit or someplace like that.
I don't remember that one.
And he turned him down because he didn't want to move anymore.
Yeah.
And if
We-
that had happened, you would have never met Karen.
Yep.
So, and somebody's got an anniversary this month too.
Oh, really? Who's that? These two right here. How
Yeah.
many years?
49 on the 28th.
49.
Yeah.
Hey. So yeah, the big one is coming. How did you guys meet?
We met. I was home from boot camp,
Better get this right. She's watching and listening.
and my friend George and his wife Diane, who is her sister, had gotten married previously earlier that year, and this is in '75. And I was back, so they had me over for like a little welcome home party, and she was invited too, and it was love for me.
And you grew on her, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, it
But
worked
she
out.
went out with me again
Yeah.
before I had to go back, and then we
Uh-huh.
just wrote letters and had phone calls for several months, and until I was done with my training, and the rest is history. And we were married about a year and a half after we met, so.
This was pre-texting days.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
No
you had to
Facebook.
write
Right.
letters, or you had to put quarters in the phone, payphone. So
Wow. Outside of music, what else have you done? What's some careers that you've had?
I have pretty much since getting out. I went to drafting and design school, tech school, and then been working in that industry since. My first job was we made foundry equipment, designed and manufactured foundry equipment, and then I went to another place where they made equipment that made composite cans, and you probably don't even remember what those were. Remember the old oil cans that were round and you put the spout in them?
Okay,
They
yeah,
were made
yeah.
of like orange juice cans. Those are composite cans. So we
Okay.
made equipment that made those cans. My next job after that place sold. Then I worked for a medical equipment company for a year and a half or so, designing medical things. It was weird. You draw like catheters and stuff. That was my least favorite job.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Going
Nobody likes
through the
catheters.
files, I'd see drawings of artificial hands, and it's like it was weird. And then we made equipment that made printing presses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my last job after that one, I was there 24 years, was a train car company. We designed tank cars and hopper cars mostly, and I was in the hopper car division designing hopper cars.
Huh.
And then I just recently retired this January, so.
And retirement treating you well?
It is.
Good.
Staying busy. We took the month of February off and went down, rented a condo at the beach in Alabama for a month, and kind of had fun. My brother here was supposed to come, but he bailed out, so my other brother and his wife came, and
And then
her
they sent me
sister
all
and
these
her
pictures
husband.
Right.
of the nice
So,
weather.
but it was nice. And so since getting back, been getting into the house projects now.
Right. Yeah, all those honeydew things that were put off over the years,
Yep.
right?
So
All coming back. I thought that Mark Toti was full of crap whenever he used to say this
Well, he was
many
right.
years ago. Apparently, you guys' brother invented the McGriddle. Is that true?
that's
That's what he
the one.
claims.
That's what he says.
That's what he says.
He worked for the company that sold like the flour products to him, and he says he invented it. He didn't get credit for it. I think
Okay.
his boss got credit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it was, from what he says, that's, I have no reason to doubt him, but, he was salesman going out and doing it and made it, so. Yeah, I believe him, but
So that was the amazing thing about our family.
Right.
There's 4 boys. Between the 3 of them, they gave mom and dad, I think, 11 grandkids.
oh,
Doing quick
no,
math here.
more than that. Let's see, Dave, 7. We had 2.
You had 3.
3 had 3. Sorry, Nick.
Poor Nick.
I'm thinking our grandkids that we have.
Oh, right.
Me and Karen. And by the way, we got
Well, you had 4.
we got 2 great granddaughters now.
Yay.
Also, and then Mike and Jana had 2, so that would be 11.
So anyway, yeah, they gave mom and dad all the kids.
Right.
Tom was the artist. Dave was the athlete, and Mike invented the McGriddle. And well, I could belch the alphabet up
Yeah.
until I was about 30 years old. So we all contributed something to family structure.
That's amazing. But I remember like I think I heard you tell like some ladies that like one time at Spokes, like you were trying to impress them, and that's why I was like, I wonder if this is real or not. So I've been waiting to ask Tom this whole time, just to
The McGriddle
get
story?
The McGriddle story.
Farmington, a real high-class neighborhood where you can impress the ladies by talking about McGriddles.
No, it
Mike,
worked
if
out.
you're watching and we're wrong about us, call in and let us know.
Yeah.
Shoot us a comment in the comment section.
Did you get some pictures of the guitars?
I'm trying to get it uploaded. It's one of those. Oh man, there's another one here. here. It's like an HCC file. I'm having trouble getting it up there. Let me see if I can do something else here. Keep talking. Ask your brother some more questions.
Actually, let's do the
got him
Bella
on the
Herman
spot.
health tip.
Bella Herman health tip.
Can we do that?
Yeah, I can. Let me hit a couple buttons here, and we can roll with Bella. She is.
Yes, Bella Herman.
Bella Herman.
She is
Saw her
working
at
right
Aldi
now
yesterday.
at the Farmington Civic Center, and much like Jason, she's just recovering from surgery as well, and we've got little Lowry's coming.
All right.
All right, Bella Herman health tip. Recovering well after surgery usually comes down to protecting healing tissue, reducing complications, and gradually rebuilding strength. A few practical habits make a big difference. Follow your surgeon's instructions exactly, especially for medications, wound care, lifting limits, and activity restrictions. Stay ahead of pain instead of waiting until it becomes severe. Taking prescribed pain medicine on schedule in the first few days can help you move and feel better. Walk a little every day if your doctor allows it. Gentle movement improves circulation, lowers the risk of blood clots, and helps digestion and lung function. Prioritize protein and hydration. Foods like eggs, chicken, fish, yogurt, beans, and protein shakes help tissue repair. Drink enough water unless you were told to limit fluids. Sleep more than usual. I like that idea.
Oh, yes.
Healing increases the body's energy demands. Watch for warning signs like fever, worsening redness, pus, severe swelling, chest pain, shortness of breath, or increasing pain instead of gradual movement. Contact your care team promptly if these happen. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol, since both can slow healing and increase infection. And don't rush back into normal activity, even if you start feeling better early. So there you go. Thank you, Bella Herman. We think you're wonderful. And we're all paid up.
Are we? Oh, okay, good. Want to make sure she's paid up. I saw her and her mom at Aldi yesterday, and then, of course, little brother hung out in the classroom on the last day of school on Thursday.
Well, she may be joining us on Country Days weekend.
Oh, great. I'd love that, to do that live. We got quite a few guests coming up for Country Days, right?
We've got a pretty much full house. We'll have the mayor of Farmington. We'll
Yay.
have Mr. and Mrs. Country Days joining us. John Fitz will be joining us, along with a young lady named Laura Willis. And I think we have one other person, and I can't remember who it is right now. It's all written down in our book here. Who did we have just walk through the door?
That was the wife and the kids. So they're all back there getting something to eat, I'm sure.
All right. Do you want to go into trivia since your father-in-law is dumping us? He hasn't.
Let me see if he's even seen the text yet. No, he hasn't looked at it yet.
All right. Well.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll with the
all
trivia.
All right, Tom, these are all rock and roll trivia questions, and it's you against Jason. Some of these are rather easy. Some may test you a little bit. All right. Who was the lead singer for the group Free?
Paul Rogers.
Yes, that is correct.
Are you saying that because you know, or because, yeah, it sounds good to me?
No. Paul Rogers was the lead singer for Free. All right now.
Are we supposed to answer? Are you supposed to call on us, or
No,
this
you
first
guys-
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
I always pause a second so people watching can chime in. But yeah, no, that was an easy one. And it is correct, yes.
Okay, you were both correct.
Yay, all right.
All right, here we go. Oasis, Van Halen, The Kinks, the Allman Brothers, the Rolling Stones. Only one of those groups didn't have actual brothers. Which group was it?
Can you repeat them?
Yes. Oasis, Van Halen, The Kinks, the Allman Brothers, the Rolling Stones.
I know.
Yeah, I think I know too.
Stones.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are both 2 for 2.
Yeah.
All right, this is one you got a 50-50 chance of being
50-50,
right.
I like this.
Which album came out first? Led Zeppelin 4 or Paul McCartney Ram?
Ram.
In the interest of making it interesting, I'll pick Led Zeppelin, but boy, he answered that awful quickly. I think he's pretty sure.
It's one of my favorite albums.
Yes. It is. It's Paul
It is
McCartney.
Ram.
It came out in May of 1971.
Favorite tune from Ram? What's your favorite song from Ram?
Probably Too Many People.
Okay.
It was only a matter of months, though. Led Zeppelin came out in 71, November of 71.
Okay.
All right. The Doobie Brothers song, Jesus is Just All Right. What other well-known 60s group covered that song?
Oh, I know this.
Oh, this is a great question. As I can hear it.
Oh gosh, I can't think of their name.
Ooh, finally we got a stumper,
Yeah,
baby.
we do. It's probably not right, but I'm going to say Three Dog Night.
No, it's not them.
Well, you're halfway there because Jason is wrong.
I know who it is, but I just can't think of their name. Sorry.
I'll allow you guys both to get back into it. It was on the album, The Ballad of Easy Rider. If that helps.
Charlie Daniels?
No.
Oh, wait, he was Uneasy Rider.
All right.
It wasn't a band.
In the interest of time, we'll just tell you the answer is The Byrds.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew it was one of those early bands like that had so many people in and out of them.
All right, just a couple more here.
All right.
Ian Gillan,
Ian Gillan.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
He was also a member of the singer of this popular 70s
That's a
band.
deep question.
That is very, in
makes
fact, it's
me
very
turn
purple.
I'm
purple.
just going to go out of a limb and say you guys know this
Hey,
one.
Yes.
here's another one. He also was the lead singer for Black Sabbath.
I knew that too. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know which album, but I know once
Yeah.
Ozzy left.
I think it's got like a little demon baby on.
What about now? I bet you they can hear us now.
I'll bet they can.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we're having some technical problems. I think when my kids showed up, they stepped on the cord or something.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Jonas has a nice comment for us
Right, Tom, lean
from
in
back
here a
there.
little bit closer.
Yeah,
There he
don't
is.
worry about the microphone now. We're going to be working out of this microphone right here. But and while you guys do that, I'm going to sit here and continue to fiddle with things. What were we talking about before we went dark? We were doing music trivia.
We did songs.
Pick it up at the CCR question again.
We already answered that one.
Well, I don't think that made it to the air though.
Oh, okay. We said no number one hits for CCR. We had 5 number 2s, and they correctly guessed eventually. Proud Mary, Traveling Band, and Looking Out My Back Door. Bad Moon Rising and Green River were the others. So I think while you're doing that, I'm going to ask my brother, name your 5 favorite rock and roll groups.
Oh, yeah. I've been thinking of this all week.
Okay, Beatles number
yeah,
one.
Beatles
Obviously,
would be number
to me.
one. Then it's tough after that. CCR, they were another one. Now my mind's going blank. But I liked, I say Mata Hoople. I like
Mata Hoople.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Let's see. I got Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper doesn't get the due he deserves, I think.
Oh, and he's still kicking. The original
Absolutely.
group just put out an album last year, minus the one that died, Glenn. But they actually had a small snippet of a riff he had recorded, so they created a new song around that. Riff. So he
he's
is
part of
technically featured on that album. But it was pretty good. After, 50 years, they got back together, the remaining original members. Oh, gosh, I liked so many groups back then.
You like Neil Young a lot, don't you?
You know, I liked Neil Young a lot, and I kind of lost interest a few years ago in him.
Well, you know me. I'm a Who guy.
You're the Who guy.
You're the
I
Who
liked
guy.
lots of groups back in the 70s, like Uriah Heep, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin. Did I say the Kinks before? I got into
No, you
them.
did not. But that
Okay. Yeah. I was willing just about try anything. Black Sabbath, like them when they had Ozzy.
those were
Until the last 2 albums, they kind of get some little.
What rock and roll death hit you the hardest?
Oh, probably John Lennon.
John Lennon?
Yeah.
Just because of the whole suddenness?
Well, yeah, he was just coming back out. He had been kind of out of the business for 5 years. Just released Double Fantasy, and even autographed the album for the guy that came back later and shot him.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So, did you like Lennon better than McCartney, or is it a teamwork?
You know, Lennon's got some great songs. but I think Paul was always probably more my. I still follow Paul. He's got a new one coming out. He was just musical guest on SNL this past week.
Yeah. He's losing his voice, though, isn't
A little bit.
Of course, he's 83.
Yeah, so.
Best couple concerts you ever went to?
Ooh, concerts.
You can give me a couple.
Oh, we saw Jethro Tull. That was great until I got jumped afterwards in the parking lot. It was Steak and Shake.
White Castle.
Oh,
White Castle.
No, he put on a great concert. I've seen most of the groups I said are my favorite. Paul McCartney, he was probably a great concert. What was that, 2001 or 2? We saw him at down at Kiel.
Yeah.
He was really good, still in his prime. I seen Kiss like 4 or 5 times when
Really?
they first came out. They did. St. Louis used to have the Keishi kite flying contest.
Yes.
In Forest Park.
Absolutely.
And I believe that it was the second one, and they were the musical guests.
Huh.
And so it was a free concert. They had just put out their first album, so it was all fresh. It's like, oh man, this group's cool.
Now, you also saw the $1 Billion Babies concert with Alice Cooper.
I did. I seen that one. We had nosebleed seats. I think that was at the old arena. So the sound wasn't good, but it was still a good concert. Saw ELP there too, way back in the early 70s.
Oh man.
I would like to see ELP. I really
No
like that.
doubt.
Yeah, they were fantastic. For 3 guys, they put out a lot of music. You know,
Yes.
how 3 guys can do that. Never saw Rush. I like Rush a lot. I got
Rush a
into
lot.
them later in life.
Mm-hmm.
So are we're having some technical difficulties. Let's keep the folks
Yeah.
watching aware of that.
Yeah, so we've lost our interface from our camera into our computer, so we're using our desktop camera. So our audio probably stinks, but our picture looks nice. I think we look all right here.
I think I look dashing.
I think you look great, Mark.
Well, Mark.
As dashing as I can get. Should we just do birthdays and stuff while we're?
Well, I mean, we got news, we got events that we need to do, we got sports that we need to do. So why don't we take a break? We'll come back and we'll do the news next. We'll do all of our normal podcasty stuff, and then we'll just kind of continue to gather very tightly, closely to the computer and talk to people.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll be right back. You're watching the Parkland Podcast. Thank you, sponsors. You've made this very easy to do for the last 100 episodes.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Hi, welcome to Subway. What can I get for you today?
Summer starts here at the Farmington Water Park. Join us Friday, May 30th for the grand reopening celebration and be among the first to experience all the exciting new upgrades. We're unveiling 3 brand new water slides, standing 10 feet taller than the old slides. Plus, there's brand new play structures featuring a giant bucket and smaller slides for the kids of all ages and sizes. Opening day festivities include drawings for free day passes, free season passes, and a summer essentials gift basket. And the winners of our slide naming contest will be the very first riders down the new slides. Season passes are available now at the Civic Center, so grab yours before summer heats up. And don't forget, the free Spray and Play and River's Edge Splash Pad opens daily beginning May 30th from 9 to 10:30. The Farmington Water Park, making a splash all summer long.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Discover Farmington. Explore the Parkland. Just 1 hour south of St. Louis at the edge of the Ozark Mountains, you will discover Farmington, Missouri. Surrounded by 9 of Missouri's most scenic state parks, challenging golf courses, an extreme off-road recreation area, hiking trails, and award-winning vineyards and wineries. Farmington is the perfect destination. Learn more about accommodations, parks, dining, and events at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
The Missouri Department of Mental Health is currently hiring certified med techs for the Sorts Farmington location. Starting pay is $48,000 to $51,000 annually. Benefits include a generous retirement plan, 3 weeks paid vacation, and 13 paid holidays. Life, health, vision, and dental insurance are also available. Interested applicants should contact Human Resources at 573-218-6800. That's 573-218-6800. The Missouri Department of Mental Health is an equal opportunity employer.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We're your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
John Fitz, local author of The Age of... will have a book signing at Aesop's Treasury in Farmington on Saturday, March 28th from 1 to 3 p.m. And then also at the Farmington Public Library, April 18th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Read the Age of Arthur series, available everywhere books are sold. And see author John Fitz at Aesop's Treasury in Farmington, Saturday, March 28th from 1 to 3 o'clock.
Hi, welcome to Subway. What can I get for you today?
All right, we got our camera fixed. Can you believe it?
It wasn't plugged in.
Darn cameras. Hey, we're radio guys. What do we know about cameras? Come on.
All right, let's start with your local news here on the Parkland Podcast. The August election in Missouri will feature 4 amendments for voters to decide after Governor Mike Kehoe signed proclamations placing them on the ballot this week. Amendments 1, 2, 4, and 5 will appear across the state. And according to the governor's website, Amendment 1, if approved by voters, continues for 10 years the 1/10 of 1% sales use tax that is used for soil and water conservation and for state parks and historic sites. Amendment 2, if approved by voters, requires that all charter counties, including Jackson County, elect a county assessor, and that such assessors comply with training requirements established by the law. Amendment 4, if approved by voters, modifies current requirements that a simple statewide majority of voters may approve initiative petitions to amend the Constitution, requires a majority of voters in each congressional district to approve initiative petitions to amend the Constitution, and makes available to each voter the full text of initiative petitions with their ballot. And finally, the one you're going to hear about the most, Amendment 5, if approved by voters, requires
the phase out and elimination of the individual income tax based on revenue growth, requires the reduction of property taxes and other local taxes to offset any local sales tax revenue increases while preserving the
You lost your place.
I lost my place. I got a text that our audio sounds bad, and I lost my place. Requires the reduction of property taxes and other local taxes to offset any local tax revenue increases while preserving local funding for public schools. All other ballot measures, if certified, will be on the November election ballot, and I can fix that
right now and get rid of our echo. And now we're down to just one audio input, and it should sound just fine for Mark to read this story about gas tax.
Several states. That's just ironic that this is happening on the 100th episode.
I know, right?
Several state
We've
lawmakers.
never had problems before.
No. Several state lawmakers are urging the governor to call a special session to suspend the Missouri state gas tax this year. What does that mean for you? It means gas prices will drop below $4 a gallon for a short period of time. That would happen through the end of December, but experts also say pausing the tax for that long would result in a $713 million loss for Missouri.
And that money primarily would be used for roads and bridges, so tough decisions will have to be made.
And I'm also still working to get Todd Klein with Neil Construction to join us on the podcast at some point in time to talk about just some of the challenges that construction crews and roofing people are going through as hundreds, literally hundreds, if not thousands of homes and trailers and sheds and whatnot are getting worked on because of the hailstorm that fell just a few weeks ago, including mine. But turning to the weather, we're looking at some patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, expect clouds at a high of 81 degrees. And then, in the words of Creedence Clearwater Revival, who'll stop the rain? A chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and quite possibly on into Friday. The threat of rain is going to be with us, with temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. So it could be a very wet spring weekend. But folks, that means cucumbers and tomatoes will grow like crazy.
There you go. So we've moved to Seattle all of a sudden. We're cool and wet. And that's your latest forecast here on the Parkland podcast. 63 degrees. It's 8:50. I think we got our technical issues taken care of. And coming up next, we will check your events. They are powered by Discover Farmington.
Discover Farmington. Explore the Parkland. Just 1 hour south of St. Louis at the edge of the Ozark Mountains, you will discover Farmington, Missouri. Surrounded by 9 of Missouri's most scenic state parks, challenging golf courses, an extreme off-road recreation area, hiking trails, and award-winning vineyards and wineries, Farmington is the perfect destination. Learn more about accommodations, parks, dining, and events at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
Events are powered by Discover Farmington more than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Abigail Tate will perform tomorrow at the Charlottesville Winery starting at 1 o'clock.
Oh, that's today.
Is that today? Yes, that's today, yeah.
Also live music today from Umbra. They'll be performing from 2 to 6. They'll be at Twin Oaks Winery.
If rodeo's more your thing, the St. Francis County Pro Rodeo is tonight.
Memorial Day services happening on Memorial Day, 11 o'clock until noon at the St. Francis County Courthouse.
Cans and Camshafts Car Show, May 29th, 5 o'clock at the stables south of Farmington.
Opening day for the Farmington Water Park happening on May the 30th.
Farmington Country Days, Our American Story, June 5th, 6th, and 7th at Long Park in downtown Farmington, spread out throughout the area. Live music, a parade, carnival rides, vendors, food, and more. We will be there That's Saturday morning at St. Joe Catholic Church.
Then a
broadcast.
couple of other events. May 30th, Abigail Tate will be at Twin Oaks Winery from 1 to 4. And Blast from the Past, a $5 night at the Farmington Empire Speedway, happens on May the 30th.
But I don't want to be a pirate. Hello, Seinfeld. Pirate Day at the Farmington Water Park, June 9th.
The Mark Griggs Memorial Golf Tournament happens June 15th at Bogey Creek Golf Club.
Sensory Night at the Farmington Water Park is June 15th.
Enjoy Twilight Sip and Swim at the Farmington Water Park. That's June 19th. Must be 21 or older.
Summer Nights Art Festival, June 19th and 20th, downtown Farmington.
Summer Ween at the Farmington Water Park happens on June 24th.
Minor Tough Weekend, July 11th and 12th at St. Joe.
Craig Morgan will be headlining this year's St. Francis County Fair that returns to the fairgrounds July 30th through August 1st.
Top 5, one of my favorite events of the year is the 9th Annual Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, September 18th and 19th in downtown Farmington.
We'll be finding out pretty soon who some of those big artists will be that will be playing at this year's event.
We'll have the grind staffs back on. They are leaving to go to Africa here in about 2 months. So hopefully we'll get them on right before or right after they go to Africa.
And again, your events are powered by Discover Farmington. Find out about local events. Even book a wedding or day trip today at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Let's roll into sports. Mark, we still have some local baseball teams left.
Just a few. Valley Catholic plays North Shelby Monday at 2 o'clock in Class 1.
In Class 4, Cape Notre Dame comes to North County. That ball game will be at 4 o'clock on Tuesday.
And then also in Class 4, it's Potosi at Westminster Christian Academy starting at 4 o'clock. Cardinals got rained out, by the way, yesterday against Cincinnati.
Doing a day-night doubleheader. Also, the MAAA Conference All-Conference Spring Softball team has been released. Let's see, we got Chloe Barnett from West County, Alyssa Beckerman of St. Jen, Grace Bird of St. Genevieve, Caitlin Clark of Central, and Riley Dillard of Arcadia Valley.
Cameron Fraley from Central, Ayla Hawkins of Bismarck, Lauren Holsey from Central, Lacey Lamar from West County, and Addison Lawrence from St. Genevieve.
Also, Grace Lynch of West County, Maylee Merrill of West County, Peyton Nagger of Valley Catholic, and Lila Nix of St. Genevieve make the team.
Lila Porter from Kingston, Shannon Riddle from Potosi, Grace Randazzo from Bismarck, and Paige Robart of Potosi.
And Vivian Sisk of Central and Hayden Veith of Valley Catholic, rounding out your MAAA Conference All-Conference Softball team. You mentioned the Cardinals. They do that split doubleheader against the Reds. Still playing good baseball. Had the walk-off home run from Herrera earlier in this week before finally getting beat by the Pittsburgh Pirates this year. Had a nice run with them. But still, Cardinals looking really good right now.
A lot better than what we were giving them credit for. That is for sure. So, nice job, Cards. Keep up the good work.
All right. Hit us up on the Facebook page. We got a new question of the day. It's a little different. This time we want to see your favorite graduates. So give us a picture of your favorite graduate from the class of 2026. Don't have any comments yet. We got a lot of likes. But no comments yet, so go ahead and hit us up.
Nobody wants to play favorites. I'll say Naya Hayward for me.
Naya Hayward is your favorite graduate. That's a pretty solid pick. What restaurant or business would you like to see in Farmington Crossing did very well? There were a wide array of answers there. It seems like the movies, a new movie theater, was probably the biggest vote getter. And I think a lot of people want to see something that's not necessarily a chain restaurant, something locally owned.
That wouldn't be bad, but there are a lot of variety of chain restaurants. I see some party put down Golden Corral.
Wow.
It still reminds me of the time we went to Moberly to play basketball, the Mineral Area College team, and one of the players asked Coach Gray if we were going to... I like going to Moberly, he says. We can stop and eat at Golden Coral.
Golden Coral. On a similar note, I was working on some slides for the Farmington Hall of Fame induction to put on the video board out in the field house a couple of weeks ago. And Chris Landrum, friend of the show, got inducted into the Farmington Hall of Fame. Congratulations to her. Lots of other people we interviewed.
Keenan Henson.
Kyle
Richardson.
But anyways, like it had their picture and then it had their name and what they did. It said Chris Landrum, philanthropist. And one of the students in class goes, "What instrument is that?" So that was pretty interesting. Kids say the darndest things, don't they, Mark Toti?
Ah, that's hilarious.
What instrument is that? I play the philanthropy. So hit us up anyways. Show us a picture of your favorite graduate on the Parkland
Moms,
Podcast
dads,
Facebook
grandmas,
page.
grandpas. You can be a little bit prejudiced.
Yes, you can. It's okay.
Unless you have twins. Then you got to...
Well, you just got to make 2 posts.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do. You just got to be careful which one you post first. All right, let's do some birthdays. Birthdays, anniversaries on this 100th episode of the Parkland Podcast. Who you got for birthdays for today, Saturday, May 23rd?
Well, let's start off with an anniversary. Jeff and Sheila Kreckler.
Yay!
28 years. Now, that's weird to me because I didn't think Sheila was but 28 years old. So there you go. Happy anniversary to you two lovebirds. You can stop by Kreckler Jewelers and wish them a happy birthday or a happy anniversary next week. Also, happy birthday going out to Jennifer Kreitz. Happy birthday to Laura Murray, married to Dustin Murray. And Mitchell Weddle. Mitchell Weddle celebrates a birthday. I've known Mitchell since he was just like a little baby, and I still remember putting a microphone in front of his face at a country music concert at the Farmington Civic Center. He was in love with Shania Twain at the time. Mitchell was like 4. He was like 4. And I said, "Who do you like better, Shania Twain or Faith Hill?" And he said, "Faith Hill is a walking, talking poke in the eye."
Whoa.
So I'm considering that a vote for Shania.
Yeah.
And I still remind him about that every now and then, even though he's like 30 and he has a kid of his own now.
Walking, talking, poke in the eye.
Mitchell, happy birthday to you, buddy. Hope you're doing great.
Happy birthday today to Chris Crater, celebrating a birthday, and Alicia Mosier with a birthday today as well. What about tomorrow, Sunday, May 24th?
Well, I should get my brother Tom back up here for this one because I want him to wish a happy birthday to his best friend in the world. Ron Burnett has a birthday.
Yeah, Ron. Happy birthday tomorrow, buddy.
Give me a good Ron Burnett story.
Well, when he was in the service, he was a pilot, and he had to bail out of his plane over the waters. I think it was on the East Coast. I think somewhere down around Florida. I'm not sure. But he had engine trouble or something on the plane, and he had to bail out and parachute down into the water.
Wow.
So,
Now that is your
it was a long time ago, but
his wife Gloria and your wife Karen, they get along. I think it's they have a lot in common, but I think it's a love of a good glass of wine that really helps them bond together. So anyway, Ron, happy birthday,
Ron.
Yeah. We also want to say happy birthday to Larry Epstein. I hope you're doing great. That's from your wife Jane and all your family. And Natalie Sega, who we just talked about, celebrates a birthday as well. And you've got a special birthday on your list.
I do. My little brother John Lowry celebrating a birthday tomorrow. It's Uncle John's birthday, kids.
That means a lot of alcohol.
Beer, lots of beer.
That means a lot of alcohol. So yeah, he's having his own party. Happy birthday, brother! Hope you have a great day. One of my favorite teachers in high school, just a sweetheart, and somebody who taught me things that I use every day in life. Donna Bouchard, just an outstanding journalism teacher, English teacher at North County for many, many years. I think she still subs, which is just unbelievable. But the things she showed me in journalism, I show my students in journalism now, and I think about you all the time, Donna. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday to you tomorrow. Rob Murphy, one of the Murphy boys, celebrating a birthday Sunday. Happy birthday, Rob. Jennifer Bryan has a birthday on Sunday, and Jake Waters with a birthday on Sunday as well. What about Memorial Day, Monday, May 25th?
Former co-worker of ours, Steve Bessemer, celebrating a birthday on Monday. I remember one time I was interviewing a coach from Cuba High School, where Steve went to school, and I said, anything you want me to tell him, Steve? And he goes, just tell him that you worked with me and I was the greatest athlete ever to come out of Cuba High School. So I told the coach that, and he paused in the middle of it was a phone interview, in the middle of the recording. He goes, well, that guy's full of...
Good thing it was recorded, not live.
We would have needed a bleeper switch to have thought about that. So, Steve, maybe the second best athlete to ever come out of Cuba High School. Happy birthday to you. Nancy Collier, who spent a lot of years working at Mineral Area College, with a birthday Monday. And our good buddy, David Easter, I believe a former guest on the podcast.
Absolutely, yes. Former mayor of Park Hills, former alderman. I know he has put his name in for one of the vacant positions with alderman in the city of Park Hills. So best of luck for him there. Mrs. Martin, Amy Martin, celebrating a birthday on Monday. One of the best English teachers at Farmington High School. She's outstanding. Pam Clifton, teacher and writer for the Daily Journal, celebrating a birthday on Monday. Saw her at Panera the other day, and her daughter tapped her on the shoulders like, look, it's Jason Loughary. So that was very funny. Let's see. Laura Palazzoloa? Is that how you say that? Palazzola. Laura with the birthday. Happy birthday, Laura. Holly Landault celebrated a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday to Holly. And Sherry Grimminger, longtime editor of the Daily Journal in Park Hills, with a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Sherry. And Scott Eccles. A lot of people remember Scott. He was the youth director at Deloge First Baptist Church for many years. Was one of our co-workers. He was a great color guy for high school football over the years. Also did a lot of coaching in the area. Happy birthday, Scott. Hope your Monday is great. What about Tuesday, May 26th?
Tuesday, Christy Herbst celebrates a birthday. I believe that our cousin Ken Park, his wife Joyce, is related to the Herbst family at some point back. That's what they keep telling me. So,
okay,
Christy, happy birthday to you. She still reminds me of the time that Scott Kabbalah, and we could do a whole show on Scott Kabbalah stories, went down to do an interview with her at the nursing home that her and her family owned, and she says, let's just stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. Here's what we're going to talk about. And the first question out of Scott's mouth had to do with the mating cycle of horses. She said her jaw dropped and she just looked at him. So, but one thing Christy told me about nursing homes is if the door is locked, you knock before you go in, because those folks might be old, but they're not dead. There's things you don't really want to see sometimes at a nursing home.
Oh, what a great guest.
Happy birthday to you, Christy. Happy birthday to Tori Michelle, who worked at the radio station. In fact, I think she still does. She's in the sales department. I like her. She's a good girl. And my buddy Doug White celebrates a birthday. Now, you will never see Santa Claus and Doug White in the same room at the same time, because I think Doug White might be Santa Claus.
Whoa.
He looks just like him. So happy birthday to you, Doug. I hope you're doing great. That's from Sharon and your daughter and all your family.
Happy birthday on Tuesday to Diane Michaelis, my cousin Diane, with the birthday. Happy birthday to you. Tara Lamb, our athletic director at Arcadia Valley, does a great job there. Happy birthday, Coach Lamb. And Scott Wolf, he's my plumber. He does great work, and he is like a 3 or 4 time Labor Day grease pole climbing champion back when we were kids. They'd put a $20 bill on top of the flagpole in Deloge Park during Labor Day, and Scott Wolf, every year, he just had the right build, I guess, would just climb up there and he would get that $20 bill, courtesy of First State Community Bank, the friendly first, online at fscb.com. Wednesday, May 27th, birthdays that you know of.
Yeah, Bill Harrell celebrates a birthday. He's my brother from another mother, lives out in California.
Yeah.
He's the son of Ron and Nancy Rugley. Bill, happy birthday wishes to you. And the guy who ratted us out last week, Brock Eddings, celebrates a birthday, because we would talk about drizzled cookery and the Fresh on London. And we didn't mention Brock's wife and mother-in-law. So he ratted us out to his wife, and his wife sent me a little note, says, hey, we want equal credit.
Heck yeah.
So Margie and Jessica, there you go. Happy birthday to you, Brock. Thanks for ratting us out.
Happy birthday on Wednesday to the head coach of the Farmington Knight baseball team, Logan Winder. Had another good year. Happy birthday, Coach. Saw your dad at Aldi yesterday, too. Jan Wiebsko.
Yeah.
Jan Hearing Instruments, a legend in the Parkland with hearing aids. And then, of course, what was the name of the place they had in Bonne Terre, the restaurant where he played?
Lamplight Inn.
The Lamplight Inn. A lot of folks remember that. Now I think it's El Herrerito. But Jan still in the area, lives in Farmington, doing great. Happy birthday, Jan. Hope it's a great day for you. And Mike McGinnity used to work at Offenberg Chevrolet in Farmington for a long time and a big supporter of the I-55 Raceway. His birthday is Wednesday. Happy birthday to you, Mike. What about Thursday, May 28th?
Jenny Tamur celebrates a birthday. She is the mother of Maay Hayward, who we talked about just a few minutes ago. She has her own little fresh produce stand out on, I think, Kala and Church Road. I'd have to look that up just to make sure. But Jenny, happy birthday to you. I've known her since she was a high school student. And my good buddy Eric Spiker, former Farmington policeman, celebrating a birthday on Thursday. And I can't think of Eric Spiker's name without thinking of the movie Airplane. Spiker! Happy birthday to you, Eric. Hope you're doing good.
Tiffany Mosier with a birthday on Thursday, and Jeremy Buckley, former student of mine, celebrating a birthday as well. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Wrap up the week, Friday, May 29th.
Friday, Dawn Eaton celebrates a birthday. Dawn is a special education instructor. She spent a bunch of years at North County. Now she's at West County. Her husband is Donnie Eaton, who was the business financial guy for Farmington Schools for a bunch of years. Dawn has been telling me every year for the past 6 or 7 years that this is her final year of education, and she'd come back for another year.
Yeah.
And she said, this is it. And then she'd come back for another year. This year she says it's definitely it. We will believe it when we see it.
Right, they keep paying her, so she keeps coming back. I don't blame her.
And Madison Fridley celebrates a birthday. She is the daughter of John and Melinda Brown. So happy birthday to you, Miss Madison. Hope you're doing great.
And the only birthday I have for Friday is Jacob Rosner celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Jacob. Hope it's a great day for you.
One bonus birthday for Saturday. Birthday. Our good buddy and friend of the podcast, Matt Rubel. We'll celebrate
Matt Rubel, former Farmington superintendent, celebrating a birthday. We need to talk about the Farmington Water Park, Mark. There's all kinds of things happening. Now, the opening day has been pushed back, which actually works out well with the weather anyways, but May 30th will be the new opening day for the new Farmington Water Park. They pushed that back because of some hailstorm damage, but they're going to be doing so many neat things on May 30th.
Oh, yeah, they've got new equipment, they've got new exhibits or whatnot. Now, I think you can go to the splash pad.
Yes, splash pad is open this week if you want to brave it out.
And I think that's free of charge.
And it is. May 30th, that event includes drawings for free day passes, free season passes, and a gift basket for summer essentials, plus the winners of the slide naming contest. They took submissions for names for each of the 3 new water slides. The people whose guesses were selected will be the first to go down the water slide. So kids, get on the website and put in a name for those water slides, and maybe all 3 Loughary children could go down at once.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, huh? They're like, yeah, we can do it. They also have a new play structure, which includes a bucket and smaller slides that are designed for kids of all ages and sizes. And you get those season passes now at the Farmington Civic Center. We did that earlier this week. The free spray and play and River's Edge splash pad is available daily, and they'll have that open totally free to the community May 30th, starting at 9 a.m. to 10:30 each day. But make plans to attend the big grand opening in the Farmington Water Park. Always a good time, Mark Toti.
Got to say a special good morning to the girls at Subway as well, where you can always eat fresh. So Miss Jessica, Miss Brianna, hope you're having a great weekend. Heather at the Bonne Terre store went in there yesterday and picked up a Subway Club.
That's my favorite.
And it is so good. and they have great customer service.
Yeah.
Jake and Mike and all the folks at Subway. Keep feeding the Parkland. You guys do great work.
I am very limited on my fast food choices post heart attack, but Subway has the most, no doubt. The wife and I went there, what Tuesday, Wednesday, twice this week, yeah. And we got Subway Club and split it. And she's got me eating red onions now, which I never used to eat. But
They're
since
very heart healthy.
Yeah, very, very heart healthy. I'm using all the heart healthy stuff. Some spicy mustard, though. I know we talk about this a lot. If only Subway corporate would pay attention to these live ads and bring back the spicy mustard. I love it. I miss it. But, man, Subway is the best way to eat fresh. I like to use the app, too. That way it's all ready for me when I come in. But I still get to interact with the staff, and they always go out of their way to say hi, and usually after they greet me, the second word out of their mouth is, "Are you keeping up with Mark?" Are you so they always take great care of you at your local Subway at the Parkland. We got Bonne Terre, we got Deloge, Park Hills, Farmington, Bloomsdale, St. Genevieve, Fredericktown, Ironton. Check them out today. Subway, eat fresh. Another great sponsor on the podcast is First State Community Bank, FSCB.com, the official bank of the Parkland podcast.
We just had a morning mixer at First State Community Bank. They were the location, and they opened up their doors early, and we all came in, and they treated us to some fresh fruit and donuts. I ignored the donuts in honor of Jason.
Thank you.
And ate some.
I would have sat there and pined over them.
Yes, I ate a bunch of fresh fruit, though. So it was a really good time. Love doing my banking business at First State Community Bank because they really care about you. You're not just a number, not just a client. They will flat out take care of you, answer all your questions. They have all the great customer service, different kind of financial services you would want. And when it comes to community service, in fact, I've got a First State Community Bank pen right here.
Yeah.
First State Community Bank is the standard for community service in Farmington.
FSCB.com, online banking, everything you need is there. First State Community Bank, member FDIC.
Special shout out going out to Lee Ragsdale. She is the new president of the United Way of St. Francis County. More importantly, I am no longer the president of the United Way of St. Francis
After a
County.
2-year run, right?
After 2 years and a total of 5 years as president. I'm mixed up over the years. Somebody else can do that on for a while. We'll have our grant check ceremony coming up next month at the Farmington Public Library.
You going to live stream that again?
If you're willing, I'm willing.
Okay, if the internet works at the library, I'll do it. I want to talk about Farmington Country Days. Farmington Country Days, Our American Story returns the first full weekend of June. And June 5th, the events get underway very early, and they go through the whole weekend.
Yeah, we've got a prayer breakfast, and then one of my favorite events, the First State Community Bank hot dog stand. Mandy, I will see you there. She's my hot dog stand date every year. We have a standing date for that one. There's going to be ice cream. There's going to be all kinds of marketplace vendors. And I really hope, I don't know if they've signed this guy up. There's a guy that comes in from St. Louis, and he sells this stuff. He calls it ghetto sauce.
Ghetto sauce.
And it's kind of like tomato sauce meets barbecue sauce.
Okay.
It's really good. It goes good with pasta. You can put it on your barbecue. I hope they run him down and bring him back this year.
Well, from the prayer breakfast, the hot dog stand, all the things happening in downtown Farmington. Country Days Parade is Friday evening, starts at 6 o'clock. Also, the saloon opens up. That's presented by our friends at Capaya Heating and Cooling. Ozarks Federal's got the Midway, Little Caesars, Moonlight Bike Ride. St. Joe sponsoring the 5K race and the Cornhole Tournament. Sam Sism sponsoring the Country Days Car Show. You got the Quilt Show, Heritage Tractor Show. And all this information is available FarmingtonCountryDays.com. Check it out. Great music, great fun happening starting June 5th in downtown Farmington. And finally, big shout out to Parkland Pharmacy. They are the official pharmacy of the Parkland podcast, and they have been a very valuable resource for me in my with my recent health problems. And my gosh, Parkland Pharmacy takes such good care of you. That's really what separates them from the rest of the pharmacies you can go to.
Yeah, great customer service, wonderful people, Jim, Carrie, and all the others at the Farmington location. I know you go to Deloge, But it doesn't matter which one you go to. They will treat you like you're their favorite customer when you come through the doors.
Parkland Pharmacy, they have locations in Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, Piedmont, and Greenville. Parkland Pharmacy, they have small-town pharmacy at its finest.
So, before we do music, do you want to get your kids?
Yeah, I do.
Here?
I do. Well, we need to interview Mrs. Loughary too.
And Mrs. Loughary.
Yeah, we'll start with Kala Loughary. Yeah, come on up here. You. This way, this will keep the kids' interest. They'll sit here and watch you, and then we'll have the kids come on. That way, all three of them can go at one time. But let's welcome somebody who I've never interviewed before in my whole life.
Oh, you better do it good too.
Yeah, I better do. I'll let you ask all the hard questions. But you put makeup on. I think that one's still on, isn't it?
Battery's going dead on
this.
This
You just muted it. Turn it back on now. It should go back. Well, hold it and we'll go to green. Oh, I did eat through that battery. All right, she can use the wired one. She knows how a microphone works.
Family Feud here.
What's that?
I feel like I'm like on Family Feud here.
Oh, okay, yeah, like Richard Dawson's got that big long
100
shiny
people
guy.
surveyed. Correct answers are on the board. All right, here's my first question. So, let's go back to Jason's recent health issues. Okay, so the doctor says you need to get him to the hospital right away, or else. Was your first thought, okay, we will. What are my options here? Or what else could I? No.
No, actually, I'm the one who made the call. He said, I was upstairs. I was actually working on homework, and he was like, I'm working on my grad school stuff. And he goes, babe? And he's like, I think I need to go to the ER. And I was like, did he cut himself? Like, what was he doing? He was doing laundry. How could he have hurt himself? I'm like, well, we have stitches. And he's like, I think I'm having a heart attack. And I was like, well, get in the car now. Go. We live in Deloge, and I was like, well, I called 911 on the way out the door and handed him the phone, and I was like, well, I figure I can get to the ER get to the urgent, what is he now? In Bonterre, about the time that an ambulance would have gotten there. So, and he was walking, and he wasn't acting like he was,
having a heart attack at that point. Yeah.
He was obviously, he looked like he was in pain, but he wasn't completely. And then as we got there, he was worse and worse. And then, we went in, and they were just amazingly quick. Luckily, there was no one ahead of us.
Yeah.
They first took his blood pressure and kind of looked at him and was like, it seems normal, and then they hooked up the EKG, and it went fast. So very thankful of those people, thankful to the people at Jefferson. They just moved so fast. And don't wait. If you ever, don't worry about being, oh no, it's going to be inconvenient to go and get checked out. It's rather to be inconvenient than the opposite.
Right.
Be very much more inconvenient the rest of the week. He's like, I didn't want to ruin Mother's Day. I was like, oh, it could have.
Yeah, no doubt. Totally could have.
For the rest of the Mother's Day, for the rest of your life, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go back to the beginning of the Parkland podcast. Even before we started doing this, you and I would talk occasionally. Like you'd say, what if you could go back into radio? This is after I became a teacher. Or if you could go back and do a podcast or something, what would you do? And you and I would always talk about this, didn't we?
Yeah, we went back and forth about that a lot. I knew you missed it. It's kind of the way I feel with theater when I'm not doing it for long enough. I missed it. And I kind of wondered what you missed and had you regretted giving it up for teaching. And I'd see when you'd be interacting with the public just kind of how you lit up. And so I was really hoping something would come along. And all the time people would approach me and be like, I have a great idea for a podcast. Jason should do, or be a good podcast. And
Jason should do this podcast.
Jason should do this podcast. And so we talked about it a lot. Definitely being something local and filling a gap that we didn't have. Really, there's so many podcasts out there and things and on Facebook and whatnot that were out there, but they were national or regional, and so having something that's very, very local to our area, I think this is cool. But Mark was doing that at the time. Mark had that; they had that covered, right?
Right.
So, and then of course you started working part time at J98, and it was just he loved it. You could tell he was just really missing it, and so he was so bummed out when all that happened. Yeah.
Because I remember Louie was out for a couple days, and I filled in like I did the first 2 hours of the morning show. And I remember one of those mornings, I was like, "Hey, are you tracked up? You want to come over and join me, and we'll blab on KREI for a while?" Yeah. And we did that, and it was a lot of fun. And I remember saying after that, "Boy, if it ever works out, I'd like to do a podcast with Mark Toti someday." And then obviously. You got the I guess
the boot
from the boots. It wasn't a phone call. Walk us through that, because that was kind of the highlight of episode 1. We didn't get to play that part back, but we did. Talk about that, Mark, and how that all came about.
Well, we were. I was working that morning, and I had a client in, and the station manager knocked on the door and said, "Are you done with your work here?" I said, "Well, I'm just about wrapping up with this client here." And he goes, "Well, come see me." And I said, "Well, is this a good come see me or a bad come see me?" And he goes, "We'll talk." So I did pretty much eliminated this was a good come see me with that one. So I got up there, and he said, "Close the door." And he goes, "This is bad. This is really bad." And he says, "Corporate has decided we're not making enough money, so they're going to handle it by laying people off." And they laid every announcer off at every radio station they owned in the state of Missouri, and there's probably 10 or 12 of them, and 2 other states, and I think one was Illinois and one was Minnesota or Kansas or something like that. So it's like they laid everybody off. And I was not mad at the time. It's like, I was part-time anyway. I felt worse for actually the young guys that were working there that were just getting started. I was like, well, welcome to radio, the reality of it here. But then after I started talking to people about it, and then people at the severance package was probably the things that bugs me the most about it, looking back on it. For 40 years, I got next to nothing. Yeah. And they said that was standard. And I'm like, I've come to find out that was not standard. But there's still good people that work there. Missy Tripp, for one, is just wonderful. And some of the girls in the sales department are really nice. And the front office, Heather, is really a good person to work at. And I think Mike Ramsey's working there now again.
Rammer.
Yeah.
His keys are jingling.
Yes, he's probably playing Riders of the Purple Sage still after all these years. But I did have to laugh because somebody had put a post saying, "We're going back to the way things used to be. We're going to be local." Yeah, when we worked there full-time, when you were full-time, we had like 10 announcers.
Oh, yeah.
And we all went to city council meetings. We all went to school board meetings. And they were going to do this with one announcer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going back. Sure you will.
Yeah.
So maybe I am still a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Long story short here.
Just a little bit. So that happens. I find out, like, one of my students told me that was working there part-time. And then I think I, a couple days later, emailed the general manager, Les, at that time. I was like, I'm assuming I'm not supposed to come in this Saturday, right? Oh, yeah, sorry, we forgot to tell you.
Jason,
the Saturday guy, yeah. So I went to you, babe, and I said, okay, what if Mark and I do a podcast together? Do you think people will be into that? You were like the first person. I didn't even talk to Mark about it yet. I pitched it to you first. What do you remember about that?
So first day off of school, we're sitting there. It's that whole first day of summer break. You're kind of enjoying that.
Oh, it's the best day of the year. Yeah, yesterday was the best day of the year.
Out on my deck with a cup of coffee, and he's like, "I think I want to do a podcast." I was like, "There was my summer." Okay, cool. No. I think it was like. I thought it was a great idea. I'll tell you what, I missed hearing Jason on the radio. It's something I really, even before, back whenever he was on the radio and I was taking the kids to school and whatnot, we'd always listen to him on the radio. And so I missed hearing him. I knew how much he enjoyed that part of it. And so then I was like, well, a podcast, I really knew you were wanting to do it. And I really knew you only wanted to do it under the right circumstances.
Right.
So for him to say, yeah, I want to do this, I was like, oh, this is a go. Because we had thrown it around so much that until he actually said the words, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. And I was like, oh, okay, we're going. We're making this happen. So next it was just throw around ideas like, can we feasibly make this happen? How do we make this work? People need to be paid, and we need equipment and all these things. How do we make that happen? So got to work, know, and then called Mark, obviously.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I want to do a podcast with you. And I said, great, what's a podcast? I remember that because I wasn't really sure. I heard the term.
And then I remember the next question was, can we make money at it?
Yeah. I said, is this something for fun or something we get paid for? And Jason says, and I think the quote is, well, yeah, we want to get paid. Eventually. The word eventually really hit home.
Yeah.
Because I had several job offers.
You did.
At that time. I had a lot of people wanting to hire me, several radio stations and whatnot. And I said, something told me, let's give this a shot. And I think the rest is broadcast history.
Yeah.
Next up, the Kelsey brothers.
Right, exactly. And so that's when we got involved with Chad Winch and the barn. And hi, Chad. Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
And the barn, it gave us, we didn't have a place to do this. I had a few things, like I had a gimbal and my cell phone, and we didn't have a camcorder though. We just had we had the Canon camera that we used, and that we did that I think for like the first 10 or 15 episodes before we upgraded to the equipment we have now. And that whole process of getting that going, babe, you were a tremendous help, and all the stuff with setting up all the like the tax stuff and everything. Social media, like you were on social media fire. You had the pictures. You made like the Mark Toti pictures with his face, and you were going to make a Toti tote.
We need to still do the Toti.
We still need to do the Toti tote.
Mark Toti tote.
Wait a minute, this is new to me. I didn't know anything about
this.
this.
You didn't know about the Toti
tote?
Yeah, the Toti tote.
I'm not going to lie. I stole it from. There's Nina Totenberg, who's like a foreign correspondent for public radio, and she has the Nina Toten bag. And
that was her Mother's Day present this year.
Right, exactly. So because she's Totenberg, so I thought
the
Mark Toti.
Okay.
Or we could get a Tote TT.
Which is
a T-shirt.
A T-shirt of Mark Toti on it. Okay. Right. But then we had the picture, like when we had the water main break at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
We both stood by that. And that's when I knew we'd made it, because Randy Rayleigh commented on that and said, what career? Because we put in the caption, flush our careers down the drain.
I have dressed up as a sumo wrestler, a circus clown, a Mexican bandit, a 1920s gambler. I don't think a Toti tote would be all that much of a stretch.
Okay. So let us know in the comments if you would.
Yeah, if you want to buy a Toti tote.
If you want some merchandise. We can just keep going with this.
Merch, our first merch. We don't even have business cards yet.
No, merch is better.
So what's it been like being a podcast wife? What are some sacrifices you've had to make?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's that first summer was getting it started, getting it going, and then slowly releasing to let you all do what you do. So it's gotten a whole lot easier, a whole lot less stressful. But yeah, that first summer we were trying to get it all going, and it was fun though. It was fun.
It was a blast.
Seeing you come back to life, like with your broadcasting, and then you two together is super fun to watch.
Well, and I always knew when we would, because Caleb would work the cameras for the first several episodes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I always knew when we said something stupid, because I'd look over at her and she'd be going,
yeah. It's all over her face.
She'd give us the Kala Lowry
no poker face.
Yeah.
Zero.
She might be looking at her phone and she'd go,
oh, what? What'd you say?
You guys just said that.
Do we have to cut that out? Will this get us canceled before we get started?
Golly. So
now on Saturday mornings, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you're usually sleeping during the podcast. You wake up about halfway through and flip it on. And,
flip it on. I'm like, oh, good, it's still working.
oh, good, it's still working.
I didn't know about the bell. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Every time you open the door, the bell goes off here at
It's nice.
Ransom's.
I like it, though.
Your Ransom's, that's a family thing for
Yes,
you.
absolutely. So my mom was Janet Ransom.
Yes.
My grandmother was Helen Ransom, but my grandpa was Harold Ransom, and everybody growing up would be like, "Oh yeah, he had the grocery store." It's like, no, he didn't. That was Harry, his brother, because there was Harold and Harry. I don't know how people got confused.
No.
At all. Yeah. So I wasn't thoroughly confused about that growing up too. I was like, yeah, what? Anyway.
You had both?
So, and I have another grandpa, Harold, too. My dad's dad is also Harold. So, but Ransom's was Uncle Harry's store, and so I grew up hearing stories about Uncle Harry's store all the time from my mom, and I worked there, and I was just like the nicest guy. There's actually a picture of him and Mona. I think it's Harry and Mona. Does it say Mona over there? Yes.
Yes.
So, very sweet. It looks like my grandpa smiling, which is weird because he didn't do that.
Right.
So, yeah, he must have been I think he was the more outgoing brother. So, yeah. Yeah, so this is really cool. Kind of a full circle moment coming back to Ransom's. I also want Ransom's merch because family names. Again,
right.
Merch. You can get full Ransom's merch, jelly beans, and all kinds of things.
I don't know who gets more mentions on the podcast. Would it be Kayla or these three kids?
Oh, the kids say it's them. Well, James says it doesn't matter. And we're going to have them come on next. In fact, babe, if you want to...
Just switch out?
Yeah, switch out.
Go get my jelly beans for the
Go
week.
get your jelly beans for the week. And
Dr. Pepper jelly beans. You can come over to Ransom's store. They have popcorns buy one, get one half off.
Oh, is it?
So
Hey,
all
great.
the kids got up at once. Is this for the podcast or for the jelly beans?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Probably.
Oh, yeah. They raid the jelly beans every week.
No.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and grab those. There's 2 chairs back there, too. You guys are going to have to share a microphone. We'll get all 3 of those kids on here. These are my children, and we call them at home Kid 1, Kid 2, and Kid 3. That way we have them numbered, and we do that by birth order. And babe, if you could make it your way over there and just tilt that camera just a tiny bit.
Miss Lucy's only half of Miss Lucy is in there.
You have to move, Miss Lucy. Mom can't get around. There we go. Now, stay put. See, now we can see you, and then she's going to flip the camera around, and we'll be able to see all of you. This is Jonas and Lucy's second time on the podcast, I believe. Maybe, well, Jonas says...
I think it's my third because of your birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Which, that was certainly something.
That certainly was something. The birthday party nobody came to.
Episode. I know.
No, that's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, you were at the Christmas episode too. So yeah, you've been on. This is your 5th appearance.
Yep.
On the podcast. Wow.
One more, you're on payroll.
Yeah, no doubt. How about that? Jonas, how old are you?
I am 15.
And you are going to be a what at Farmington High School? Sophomore. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like? What do you do?
Well, I mean, I would consider myself a musician and a computer scientist. Those are my 2 favorite things to do, if that gives you an idea. Love games, I love creating stuff, and I love just having a good time.
Best thing about this guy right here, I remember when you guys used to come to the farmer's market in Farmington.
Yeah.
And he was still in a stroller.
Oh, yeah.
And he would laugh at everything I said.
Yeah.
So that has not changed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he still does.
Yeah. So
very good. All right, pass it to little brother. Here's James.
Hello.
James, I guess this will be your second time on the podcast?
Well, I think it's my first.
Your first? Were you not on the birthday special?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah, I don't remember that one either. It wasn't a very good show. But tell us about yourself. What grade are you going into?
I'm going into 8th grade.
And where do you go to school?
St. Joseph Catholic School.
In Farmington?
Yep.
And Jonas told us about what he's into. What do you like?
I just like kind of messing around with stuff. If I see something very interesting, I may just just see it for and see how it works. like
You don't really have a big main focus. You just like going between things.
Yeah.
And just exploring.
You're a jack of
Big
all
brother
trades,
likes
they
to
call
talk
that,
for him
right?
too. You can tell. What's it been like for you watching? How much do you remember of me being on the radio? Because you were pretty young whenever I stepped away from it.
I think, I do remember a little bit of it. One of my main memories I remember of Dad being on the radio is when we used to go to the other radio station he worked at.
At B104.
And sliding down the stairs with Jonas. He would always win.
Yes.
Yeah. He would just go like right down the stairs.
Well, I have a question for all three of you. If you guys want something, let's say you all want ice cream, and you have to ask your mom or your dad, who's more likely to say, no, you don't need to eat any sweets, you need to do this. Who's the easy touch that you can get the ice cream from?
Mom.
Mom?
I mean, I would say that. I mean, whatever.
I say mom because every time I ask her something, she's like, sure. I've done it 100 times and Dad's more likely to say no.
I mean, both of them appeal to reason, so I mean, like, it's.
Yep.
Dad.
Do you think Dad? Okay, we got two. You're the easy touch, I guess.
2 out of 3.
Yeah,
2 out of 3
yeah.
Kids recommend.
It depends on what you're asking.
Very good, James. You got anything that you want to be when you grow up? Anything you aspire to be? Anything like that?
I don't know right now. I'm not really focused on that right now.
No, okay, well,
Say rich.
No money, Cody.
all right, pass that over to young
Well,
Lucy
I
now.
want to say one more thing.
Yes, please.
So, for anyone going to Ransom later today, if you want the very show, Joe means don't go because they're out.
They're out?
Like,
Oh,
for the
very
one person
chill.
who wants them, they're out right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper.
Let's do Dr. Pepper now. Thank you, James. Lucy Loughary, how are you?
Good.
This is your third time on the Parkland podcast, right? Because you were on, or your fourth. You've done both the Help the Hungry Bake Sale episodes, and you were, of course, at the 50th birthday party. What grade are you going into?
Oh, yeah, fifth.
Fifth grade. Yeah, think about that for a second. That's a hard question.
Your teacher loves you, by the way, Miss Laura. She talks about you all the time. I see her at the Civic Center.
She says she knows Mark Toti, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell us, this might be a little embarrassing for you, but I got to ask. What did you think Mark's name was when we first started doing the podcast?
Mark Toti.
Like
So
that
was like his first name.
his first, yeah, like your whole first name was Mark Toti.
Mark Toti?
Yes.
How long did it take you to figure out that was my first and last name?
A long time.
Well, I want to know,
Was
are
I
you...
figured out like the 50th episode?
It took 50 episodes?
Yeah.
I want to know if you really are as good of a softball player as your dad says you are on the podcast.
Thumbs up from the fan base there. You're okay. Yeah, no, I think you're great, honey. What are you into? What things do you like to do with your spare time?
Art.
Yeah, a lot of artwork. You have a lot of art projects. What are some of the things that you work on around the house all the time? It's things that you make.
You have your beads?
Yeah.
Beads.
What do you make with the beads?
You apparently have a real fondness for butter, too.
Yeah, he loves butter.
Yeah.
Squishies.
I have this butter squishy.
Where'd you get that? Give them a shout
I got
out.
it at Gravity.
Gravity Sneakers in downtown Farmington.
And I got this Dr. Pepper Nito.
We got that from Emma's, Emma and Bonterre.
It's just a red Nito.
Yeah, we go Nito hunting, looking for Nitos occasionally for things. That's another thing she's into. Do you remember me being on the radio at all? You probably don't, do you?
I remember being told that I fell down the stairs a couple of times.
Yeah, you did. One Memorial Day weekend, you fell down the stairs at B104 because you were trying to be like your brothers and slide down.
You know what I do remember?
What do you remember?
So I went to the dentist and I got like one of my teeth pulled out and I got like these like spongy things. And then I remember being in Grandma's car and we had to go to like B104. I remember that.
You remember that? Huh.
That's what I remember.
That's your only memory of the radio
I think I
station?
was like 5.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Timmy the Turkey?
Yeah.
I know Jonas does for sure.
Definitely, 100%.
100% remember.
You always do it outside of radio just to mess with us.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
because it would get under all of our skin.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
What if we do make fan merch? What if we take a T-shirt and we draw a toad and then we put Mark Toti's face on it?
So it's a Mark Toti. It's a Mark Toti
teeth. No. So yes,
it's a toad teeth.
So it's a frog, but like a toad.
Yeah.
You just put Mark Toti's face on it.
And Mark Toti.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody just instead of like the toad's face, we put Mark Toti on it.
No.
We just.
What do you think about that, Mark?
I'm speechless.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Meet our new marketing manager
Yes.
here, Lucy Loughary.
Absolutely.
Here. The Loughry kids are here.
Do you guys ever watch like podcasts? I mean, obviously, we watch Dad's podcast occasionally from time to time. But I mean, James, do you watch any podcasts? Anybody you watch, or YouTubers, or people? No.
I'm not really interested, honestly.
Yeah, no.
I have a question for your oldest here,
For Jonas. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like? Are you going into your second year of high school?
Yes.
Have you had your dad as a teacher yet?
No, actually.
And it's probably not going to happen at this point.
Because I'm doing a lot of music in my schedule, and band takes up a full elective slot, and then computer science takes up a full elective slot, so that already just wiped my chances. I mean, I'll go and help you with streams, so I mean, I might as well be a student. I mean,
so your mom and dad both work at the high school. So when you're walking down the hall in between classes and you see your mom and dad, do you run up and give them a big hug and tell them you love them, or do you just kind of, I'm too cool for that?
I mean, I'm in the middle. I give them a passing wave, and I'll talk to them if they so confront me.
They confront you. I like that.
Right, yeah. But no, and we try not to embarrass the guy, because I mean, it's tough when you have like one parent as a teacher, both parents as a teacher. I mean, that's got to be really tough. But I think Jonas handles it great. Yeah. I'm thinking, and James, you can probably answer this better. I think you'll probably take more advantage of having mom and dad as teachers in school, won't you?
Yeah, because I'm probably going to go into his class.
Yeah, so I'll have James for sure in BKTV. And then Lucy helped out with a live stream a couple weeks ago, and she decided she wanted to take BKTV as well, unless art gets in the way, because she is extremely good at art and wants to take all those cool art classes.
I want to take theater and art.
Theater too. She's definitely.
So you can have your mom and your dad as a teacher.
Yeah.
She will. Right. She will absolutely, and she is the theater person of the three. That's the route that she seems to be the most interested in right now.
Who do you guys think the tougher teacher would be, your mom or your dad, as far as like homework and stuff? Well, they're all pointing at mom over here.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact is the class of BKTV is leagues easier than
both.
I already have homework from mom.
Depends if you have me for elective or
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
ELA too. I mean, that's the only reason people would hate you. I mean,
for good reason.
Nothing else.
I already have homework from mom.
That's true. You do have homework from mom already.
I mean, she's a good parent. So I mean,
there you go.
Yeah.
Because you need it.
I have a question for you.
It's good for you.
Yeah, okay, ask away.
Have
you or another person? Okay. So, have you ever punched another student or another student punched you?
I've never gotten in a fight.
You have.
What?
No, that was James. Okay, so.
What? We could turn the tables. Holy cow.
Okay. So when I was like 5
Put the
or
microphone
6,
closer to her.
when I was 5 or 6, Jonas and James were playing outside, and I was just we had this bunk bed. I was on the bottom because there was a void. They have to sleep on the bottom. I got the cool top.
I don't think this is during school, but I mean.
And no, it wasn't during school.
Oh, okay.
But, so I had I had the really cool top bunk bed. I was on the lame bottom bed.
Stop, James.
And so basically, they were playing outside and they had tennis rackets, and Jonas was joking around.
Oh, no,
And then he came inside, and then Jonas, they had the tennis rackets practice and they came inside and Jonas was joking around. He said, "Hey James, hit her with a tennis racket." So James hits me in the head with a tennis racket. So yeah,
fault.
and I am a student. And
I was too good at home.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
So, I guess that means you're a good listener. But no, I haven't gotten in any conflict with another kid. I mean, true.
I probably will.
I've gotten close. There are some really annoying people who I got. Holy cow!
By the way, how good are you at trivia? I know you were at the trivia at the Catholic school. How did you guys do?
I'm not the. Well, I mean, when there was the video game category, we of course got a perfect score. But I mean, otherwise,
Of course.
Well, once it went to like history and sports, it was kind of like a 50-50 whether we got the question. I mean, but our table had some good, like, because I know there were some people in Scholar Bowl, so that definitely helped with the table. But I mean, I definitely was the person championing the video game.
Well, you seem more interested in talking to the pretty girls on your team.
I love that look.
I mean, didn't Miss Ferguson ever make you play American trivia?
Oh yeah, American trivia. I was not good at American trivia. In fact, I would be the person to shout out wrong answers to make it annoying, and then I shout out a right answer by accident, and then completely jog the memory of the opposing people. So I'm more of a liability than anything. 9 times out of 10. An annoying one at that.
So if you want to be annoyed, get Jonas on your team.
Speaking of talking about girls, so last night.
Oh no.
Last night, Jonas was on a call with his
Exposure.
friends. And I kept annoying him.
Oh, okay.
Exposure.
I kept annoying him. And every single time he's on a call with his friends, I just sit there and say, "Jonas, you can trust me. I'm not going to talk." And I talk every single time. Because I just don't hang out with him, so I talk every single time.
It is a constant cycle of me trying to fend her off from me talking with the people who I haven't seen in forever. So, I mean...
If you haven't seen them forever, that means I haven't seen them.
Okay, but you weren't in a class with them. That's the thing.
This is deteriorating quickly.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we have... Do you guys have more questions for us? This is going to, like...
Oh, I'd say, do you have any questions for us? We'll let you guys ask Mark and I one question, and then we'll wrap it up. Lucy had a question.
We still have our music category.
Yeah, we still got to do music too.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say, do you remember back when the podcast was in its Voter's Voice stage of just...
The Voter's Voice. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Very beginning.
Yeah. And, I mean, I remember... mostly I just wanted to spark this story because we were talking about the origins of the podcast, and I was thinking about all the stuff. So I remember there were many car rides where we would discuss on what it could be, and I would always say, hey, you should just have you and Mark tell stories, because, I mean, that's the biggest thing to... Because that just really interests me.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, hearing you guys banter is something that just...
That's good.
It's really the most interesting part, I would say, of the podcast. I mean, but also
other than having the Loughry kids on,
right? Yeah.
And hearing your name when it's your birthday. That's always a big treat. Okay.
I have a question. You go. Well, then you go.
Okay, so I remember this one time. Dad was picking me up from home, and I think I was like the only one in the car because those two had after school stuff. And so basically, I asked, would you ever like live stream the podcast? And seeing that you like live stream it now was like,
So that was your idea, James?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, I should have listened to you sooner.
Yes.
Thank you, James.
I have a question.
What is your question?
So when you used to work at the barn,
yes.
I remember we were talking. I think you picked me up from softball practice, and we were talking about how the boys got to go to the barn.
Oh no.
And you were talking
never
about
did.
You were talking about how cool the barn cats are.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I go? And now we're here. Wait, you know what?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
So you know how we had the barn cats
The barn cats, yes.
But we have the Ransom cats. We bring the cats. We bring Onyx and Amber here.
And
we
just let them run around?
No, they would tear stuff up. You know those cats. They would.
If you hold them the whole time, they will. You know what?
You literally said, let them run around. That's not the same as just holding them.
Okay, but that one time I was making something in my room, I just feel like this poke on my back. Amber, or Orange Cat, she had one claw out, and she just did this to me. It was... She just poked me. I was like, oh. I got jump scared.
You guys are great. Thank you for coming on and talking to me.
Thanks, guys.
You guys make me proud every day. Bye. Thank you. Jonas, James, and Lucy, the Loughary children, joining us here on the Parkland podcast. All right. Musical segment.
Tom, you want to join us for
Yeah,
the
Tom,
music
hop back
segment?
on here. Jonas, you want to stick around for music too?
I would love to stick around.
You stick around for music? Okay. Very good. You guys can share a microphone. We can take your grandpa's spot since he's still asleep apparently.
Depends what the questions are.
Okay, just pick out one song, and I was torn between two, but I'm going to go with, just because I heard it this morning and hadn't heard it in a long time, The Zombies, and She's Not There. Great old classic rock song that was voted in one song from The Zombies, I think it was that one, was voted one of the best songs to come out of the 60s, believe it or not. So I would just go with that just because I haven't heard it in forever. And
Didn't Santana do a remake of that at some point, like in the 80s or something?
80s or early 90s, one or the other. Yes, you're exactly right.
Let's see. Song of the week. I always like to do the Mark Toti approach and think of the last song I heard before I got in here, which I think was Simply Irresistible by Robert Palmer. I don't know if that's Song of the Week worthy. I guess the video was back in the day. Remember the video for that, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Lots of girls.
Lots of girls dancing. They all had like the stone faces and they had lots of makeup on.
They're wearing their tuxedo type.
And they're all playing guitars and moving real slowly. Simply Irresistible by Robert Palmer. We'll throw that out there as a song of the week. Tom, what do you got? What's a song you've been enjoying lately?
When Mark said zombies, a zombie song came into my mind, and it's Time of the Season. To me, that's my favorite song with them. So I'm going to go with that one.
That might have been the one that I was watching a TV show, and that came out as one of the best songs of the 60s. I could be wrong with that, but I like the Zombies anyway.
Jonas, you got a song of the day for us?
Mine would be All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix, because I've just gotten listening through Electric Ladyland, and that's been interesting. Me just learning about the story of Hendrix and that. I mean, it's just, I love the bluesy style of that, and it's just.
But you know all the words because Jimi Hendrix kind of through some of that song.
The words are not the point; it's the music. I mean,
Do you know who wrote that song?
I do not.
Bob Dylan.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is
And his version is a lot different.
Yes, it is.
A lot different.
A lot different. Very, very cool. All right, Mark, you got an island artist. We're going on a desert island. We can pick one song out from this quintessential artist. Who do you got?
We will do that, but the next time we do this, my brother came up with an idea. We can pop in songs that get stuck in your head.
Oh.
So we got to keep that in mind for future. But the band of the day is going to be the Doobie Brothers.
Doobie Brothers.
And for me, I'll go with Jesus Is Just All Right.
He is okay. He's a pretty good guy. Well, I gotta do in honor of St. Louis. I got to do a Michael McDonald Doobie Brothers song. Minute by Minute, was that Doobie Brothers or was that him?
I think
solo?
that was him solo.
That was him solo. Was Minute by Minute.
Minute by minute.
Walking along. That's my Michael.
Now, he has relatives in Fredericktown.
Does he really?
Yes.
I did not know that. Interesting. Very, very good. So I can't do Minute by Minute. I'll think on that. What do you got? Doobie Brothers
I'll
song,
go
Tom.
with Old Blackwater.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on rolling.
Well, that's because you could play the guitar on that one.
Yeah.
Now, do you know who the Doobie Brothers are?
I do not.
This might shorten the segment a little bit.
But you've heard Jesus Is Just All Right with Me, right?
Probably. I mean,
Probably.
Like, the amount of music that in classic rock radio that you've put me through, like,
That's true.
I'm sure, like, almost every song, but can I mention
They had a lot of hits.
China
70s,
Grove.
Then their style changed with Michael McDonald. They were more jazzy, but they had a lot of hits with them too.
Yeah.
They were more late 70s, early 80s maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Michael came on the board. Do I do that to you too much, Jonas? I'm like, here, listen to this. Here, listen to this. Here, listen to this.
I would say not really. I mean, it's actually more Mom than anyone who would put me on to music.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, hey, listen to this entire artist discography for me real quick. Like, here's your homework. I'm like, okay, well, I'll put that on my listen later playlist, and I won't listen to it later.
Oh my! Hope she's not watching.
No, I do, because I do like learning about new music, and especially if I want to make music as I grow older, I want to learn about all that kind of stuff. And hearing a variety really does help give you ideas and inspiration for that kind of stuff. What
went through your mind whenever you first heard Tom's theme song for the podcast?
Well, it was because that was the exact time I wrote this like tiny little instrumental piece just to fill in the slot. And then I hear that and I'm like, holy cow, that is one of the greatest themes I've ever heard. Because it's catchy. I do feel like we need a piano break somewhere in there. I like a
piano break.
Piano with like some like it. That's something I want.
But here's the words and the chord structure, Jonas, so you can.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You just made his day here.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Very, very good. 100 episodes, my friend. We did it.
Good job.
We even
There's
had
still 100 more.
Here, yeah, 100 more. Can we do 100 more? Are you still up for this?
As long as we can get the camera to work.
as long as we got it plugged in, right?
Yeah. Then we're good. Kevin Ingram will get you on the show eventually.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't had him before.
Little programming note, next week's episode will be considerably shorter, but then we have a very good episode lined up for Country Days weekend.
Yeah, Country Days coming up. We'll be there, Country Days Saturday morning, and our guests will include...
Well, we're going to have Mr. and Mrs. Country Days, Jeremy Horton and his wife. We'll have the mayor of Farmington. The folks from Casa of the Parkland are going to be joining us. They'll have a big booth set up. They're sponsoring the kids' games, I believe. And they also have a big awareness event coming up later in the month that Joanna's going to tell us about. And then John Fitz and Laura Willis will be talking about what they're doing at Country Days. I wouldn't be surprised if John shows up in costume.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. That will be so much fun. And we'll probably have some more people because people like to show up to that. I need to talk to St. Joe's, but I'm pretty sure we can get in the Hornet's Nest again and be able to broadcast and check in. Because James has to work that, right, Jonas?
The Hornets, yeah, he should.
And you probably need to too, right?
Yeah, like community service hours.
So we'll have cheap labor to help
We'll
us
have cheap
out.
labor, yes. They'll be there to be on there and to help make sure that the camera is running all the time. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you so much to the sponsors for allowing us to do this so that Mark didn't have to take a real jobby job type job.
Yeah.
So
working one day a week is a lot better.
Yeah, a lot better than working 5, 6, sometimes 7 back in the day. So big thank you to all the sponsors. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks to Chad Winch and the Barn, everybody with the Barn Network for all the help they've given us teaching these old dogs some new tricks. Thanks to Ransoms for giving us a home with heating and air conditioning and a bathroom, which is because it was okay to go outside behind the barn, but every time you just kind of worried a little bit. Chad's got 3 daughters. You're like, we gotta make sure everything's okay. Fortunately, none of those incidents happened, but it was something to think about. So thanks to Chad. Thanks to Ransoms.
Thanks to Tom here for the song.
Yeah, absolutely. To the song, for the guitars, for playing that live. In case you missed it, the beginning of the show,
Thanks to his wife Carrie for letting him come out and play with us today.
Yes. They've enjoyed their stay in Farmington. Thanks to Kala Loughary. Thanks to Lucy Loughary, James Loughary, and Jonas Loughary for joining us as well. Hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. Remember to think about those that gave the ultimate sacrifice and thank those veterans that are still with us. We got a couple right here, right now. We appreciate their service and the sacrifices they and their families made to help keep us safe.
Thanks to Bella Herman.
Bella Herman, our health tip expert.
She may be joining us on Country Day Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope her and Kaysen are
Yes.
both available to join us. And just thanks to everybody, all of our guests. We've had so many great guests over the years with 100 episodes. But again, most importantly, we want to thank you for continuing to watch.
Like our page, download, follow us, please.
We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.